Welcome one and all to this very special Christmas time video from Model Railways Unlimited. Dougal Drummond lived from the 1st of January 1840 to the 8th of November 1912. He was a Scottish steam locomotive engineer and designer. He had a career with the North British Railway, London Brighton and South Coast Railway, Caledonian Railway and London South Western Railway. It's some of his London South Western engines that feature in this very special video. First of all, we have E699-700 class in 1926 condition. At this point in time, she was unsuperheated. That would occur in March 1927. Arguably, in this condition, the 700s were very similar to Drummond's Caledonian design. Dad built her from a Westwood kit, and she is fitted with an Anchorage DS10 motor. She's being passed by M7 number 29 with a London South Western push-pull 2-coach train. This is a detailed Drummond body with a 1001 armature and an X04 frame and a scratch-built chassis by Dad. More on the M7s a little later. Now for comparison we have number 316, the first one to be superheated by Yuri. This loco is in 1938 condition, was another Westwood kit, but this time fitted with a Corliss Escap RG4 motor. Now they are alongside each other, the differences are plain to see. Which one do you prefer? For me, the unsuperheated version looks more elegant, while the later modified loco looks far more businesslike. A short history of the 700 class. By 1895 there was a need for a further 30 modern goods locomotives on the London South Western Railway. William Adams was ill at the time, but his works manager obtained permission to approach outside contractors for quotations and delivery dates. No further action was taken in the hope that Adams would recover, but he was forced to resign from his position because of his declining health, and in due course Dougal Drummond was appointed. Drummond immediately substituted his own drawings for the 060 goods locomotives, eventually awarded the tender to Dubs & Co. The locos were delivered from June 1897. The new engines subsequently had standardised parts such as boiler, firebox, cylinders and motion, in common with classes M7, C8 and K10 locomotives. In 1919, Yuri decided to apply superheating to number 316, requiring extended smoke box, extensions to the frames and raising the boiler pitch by 9 inches. The raising of the boiler meant that the cab design and shape required changes. At this time the stovepipe chimney was also required. In due course superheating was applied to the remainder of the class by Mortsel after grouping. Tractive effort was £23,500. They were classed 4F and they lasted until December 1962, when sadly all were withdrawn and all scrapped. We are now watching 700 class number 350 leaving the yard with a milk train bound for the Great Western. She was a BEC kit, is in 1938 condition, has a modified westward chassis and long wheelbase tender. The motor is an XO4 with 40-to-1 gears. Here we have M7 tank number 57. She was a wheels kit, has a 1001 motor and scratch-built chassis but with a wheels bogie. Dad also modified the coaches you can see behind her. They are designed to look like London South Western suburban stock, but they were in fact made from Great Western clear stories. A short history on the M7s. The M7 was Dougal Drummond's first design for the London South Western Railway on becoming locomotive superintendent in 1895. The locomotives were built between 1897 and 1911, and they were designed for the intensive London network and London South Western Railway, and performed really well on such tasks. Construction commenced in 1897 and continued in batches until 1911. When first introduced, several of the class were allocated to work express passenger services between Exeter and Plymouth, but they were withdrawn from this duty after a major derailment at Tavistock. In 1912, the London South Western Railway introduced push-pull services on some branch lines, and many of the M7s were fitted with cable and pulley system of operation. However, the Southern Railway subsequently adopted the London, Brighton and South Coast version of using compressed air control systems. 36 of the class were converted to this between 1930 and 1937. The most notorious M7 was number 672. In 1948, this locomotive fell into the lift shaft that gave access to the Waterloo and City line, and it could only be removed by being cut up in situ. Tractive effort for the class was £19,750. They were classified as 2P. You can now see 111. This is an all Hornby model from Dad's collection, and she's coupled with some beautiful Hornby coaches from London South Western. We're now going to watch 700 class number 693, another BEC kit. She's in SR Goods Black from 1938 again, with a 1001 motor, 40-to-1 beaver gears and triang chassis. And we're now going to also hand over to my dad to explain his reasons for liking 700s, choosing 1938 and some of his great memories from watching trains in the Havant area. Okay, so I'm here with my dad, the man that built the 700 class locos that you've seen in the video, and the M7s. So Dad, you built 5 700s by Drummond, so you must have liked these locomotives. So why was that?
Well, they were a straightforward, simple looking engine. Good straight lines and 6 wheels, you know, a good tender, and they were, you know, good job.
Did a good job, good workhorses.
Oh yeah, they were shunting most of the time, but of course they did pull freight trains through the station at times.
And some passenger apparently.
Well, not on passenger, not as a rule.
Well, they did some branch line work apparently, according to what I've read.
Well, they may have done, but not on the main line.
Not here at Havant.
No.
Right, but so at Havant there was a place called Scats where your dad worked, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah, the Southern Counties Agricultural Trading Society.
Excellent. And there was a platform or something on their siding?
That's right, there was a platform. Well, we had a side door onto a siding.
Right.
Especially from a siding, a branch off the goods yard.
Okay.
And that was for Scats. But we also had a platform along the front of the entrance doors, two sort of sliding doors that gave entrance to the store, and a set of steps up one end and a platform right across the frontage, and a place for lorries to back into off the road, clear of the gates.
Okay, good, because I've got this picture of, I think it's your dad and his mates with a lorry. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So I'll let the viewers see that now.
Yeah.
Right. So you used to stand at that platform and perhaps watch 700 classes working out of Havant Yard then?
Oh, yes. They shunt up and down, and they always seem to be chimney first going into the goods yard.
Oh, right.
Whether they came up from Fratton backwards or not, I don't know.
Maybe, yeah, unless they came down from the London area or something.
Yeah, well, perhaps.
Yeah, because the turntable would have been at Fratton, wouldn't it,
Yeah.
to turn them? So I'm going to say to you, can you remember, what did they smell like? Could you remember the smell? Could you feel the heat as they went past you?
No, I didn't.
Well, what about the sound?
I don't remember any heat feeling, or any particular smell. I was more interested in the spectacle that I was watching, with the great puffs of smoke coming out and healthy chuffs they made.
That's what I was going to say. What did they sound like?
Yeah.
They were two-cylinder locos, weren't they?
They could have been. I never looked inside.
they were two-cylinder because the inside
a
frame.
very simple engine, I imagine.
Yeah, very successful.
Yeah.
And one of Drummond's finest things, I think.
I think so.
So do you have any memories about the M7 tank locos at all?
Well, I don't know that I saw that many of them, but they were basically a 440 backwards.
That's it, an 044.
And yeah, they were a lovely engine, but of course they had the side tanks, not like the 700. They had side tanks. They were a tank engine, and no, they were a splendid sort of engine, but they were basically passenger engines.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, I've read that Drummond took his inspiration from the Stroudley D1s and basically made them a big D1.
Yeah, well, the D1 was an 042 wheel formation, whereas, the M7 was an
044.
An 044.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Some fantastic memories from Dad's childhood. Remember, he was just 5 in 1938, going down to visit his dad, working at Scats. And it's quite clear that these locos shunting into Havant Yard and past his dad's workplace left some memories that are fixed forever. And talking to him, it's possible to almost be there as well. Certainly hope you enjoyed that. We now have 698, another 700 class. Now, while I own this locomotive, Dad actually built her. I purchased it from him back in 1987. It was the first ever 700 kit that he built, and this would have been in the early 80s, and I remember the trip in his Cortina up to a shop in Alton in the pouring rain to go and buy the kit. So when Dad planned to redo this loco, strip it all back, I just couldn't allow it, so instead I bought it off him and he bought another kit. And that's where you get 693 from. So now we come to the British Railways era, and we start with 30346, a beautiful 700 class done by Hornby, and that arrived with me this year, purchased in the Hatton sale. She is absolutely silky smooth and looks every inch the thoroughbred, and this particular loco lasted through till 1962, which was the final year of service for the 700s. And the 700 is accompanied by yet another M7 class, this time in British Railways black, number 30027. This was originally Dad's, but it transferred to me in the early 80s. It was made by Trying Hornby, had the firebox glow, and is fitted with K's steel wheels. Our 700 is being held at the junction, waiting for M7, number 30031, this time made by Hornby and in BR Black. She's propelling one of the lovely push-pull sets, number 603. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that close-up look at some more of the models my dad built over the years, and some of the old and new ready to run. It's been very educational for me doing the research for this video, and I hope you found it so as well. So all that remains for me to do is to wish you all... No, hang on, there's a better way to do this. Double-header up, this one seems to be working harder though, even though they're quite matched normally. 40 wagons. Anyway, welcome everybody to our Christmas Day 2018. Here with me is my dad, the master model maker, and he's got a few notes that he's made and things he wants to say to you out there in YouTube world. Over to you, Dad.
Well, happy Christmas everyone. I hope you have a lovely time, and thank you so much for all the kind comments about my model making abilities. It's a pleasure to know that through Michael so many of you are seeing and enjoying them, so all the best.
There we go, thanks very much. Right, so there's something missing to this though, Dad, isn't there, this Christmas celebration? Yeah. We need the lady that's behind the channel, so we need to call out Cheryl. Cheryl, we need you on camera. Yeah. So here's Cheryl.
Hello, and Merry Christmas to everybody out there in YouTube land. We just wanted to say thank you very much for the support that you've given us on this lovely channel of ours over the last year, and it is a year, we're now a year old.
Exactly a year old, yeah.
So we hope you all have a wonderful Christmas and all the best for 2019.
Yeah. Happy 2019 and Happy
New Year.
Yeah.
All the best for 2019. Thanks for supporting Model Railways Unlimited.
Cheers.
Cheers.